Howdy folks, welcome back to the mountain. It's a beautiful day up here on the mountain. It's like not even 10 o'clock in the morning, it's already 40 degrees. As you can see behind me, today is boiling day. We're gonna make maple syrup today, maple syrup. So, I'll bring you over there and show you what we're doing with the evaporator, otherwise known as Sweetie. So, as you can see, we've got filled with wood and paper, getting ready to start. We got our pans in, but before we can light the fire, we have to add sap. So let me show you where we do that. So here in the garage, we have our barrel with sap in it right now. There's about 17 gallons in there. And you can see the line, it's right about here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a bucket and we're gonna fill that full of sap. It's quite simple, really. Fill the bucket with sap. This barrel is just a poly barrel. It's a food grade barrel that I bought last year. I think I paid like $15 or $20 for it. The tap I got off Amazon for like $15. Easy to install. I did all this before I started making videos. So I'm not going to show you how to do that apparently. But we'll go ahead and put sap in here. And then we'll add it to the evaporator. And then we'll light it. And then we'll get started boiling. Oh boy, it's good stuff. So you come over here, you see, it's just going in the bucket. Not very exciting, I know. So we'll put 3 or 4 gallons in here just to get us started. And then we'll go ahead and add it to the evaporator and we'll go from there. So, we'll be back. All right, now we have our sap in the bucket, and we're going to go ahead and pour it in the pans. I just put a little bit in so we can get it started. Because you don't want to scorch your pan, so you don't want to light it without anything in the pans. I only have a little bit in there for now. I will be adding more once I get it lit. So let's go ahead and get this thing lit. Let's get lit! Yes, this is how I light fires, all fires, campfires, the wood stove, Sweetie, everything. Easiest way. All right, so she's starting to burn, and we'll just keep it going. So, we'll add wood as it burns, as it goes. You can see it's lighting up good. I got smoke coming out the chimney already. So, everything's looking good. It's going to be a long day of boiling, but that's okay. It's a beautiful day outside. See, the homestead's looking great. There's the duckies out there. One of them's right in the pool already. Chickens. Goaty goat's out there somewhere doing their goaty goat thing. But today is all about boiling the sap. It's going to be a good day. Good day of boiling coming. And I'm going to spend most of it right there in that chair. Actually, I'm not. I got wood to cut up and so keep this fire going and keep things boiling. So let's keep at it. Okay, I mean, this is already so much better than last year. It's only been like 10 minutes and we've already got steam coming up. That fan is making a huge difference with the fire. Keeping it going good, keeping it hot. I just have to keep adding wood. So I'm out of breath right now because I've been chopping and I'm going to continue to do that. As you can tell, we've got a really good boil going. There's the back pan, we got a really good boil. Point with the handle. Good boil. And the front pan's getting hot too. Starting to boil. So what we do is we ladle from the front pan into the back pan as we go. Because the back pan boils off a lot quicker than the front pan. So it's more like our warming pan. So I'll put a whole bunch into the back and keep the boil going. If I dumped a bunch all at once, I might lose my boil. So I just ladle it in nice and easy. Once again, this is only our second year doing this. So I'll just keep ladling that in. We still have our boil going pretty good in the back pan. There. We got a good boil going in that pan. Love it. Alright, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add more to the front pan. Alright, we got some more sap in there. We got a nice boil in that back one. That's going great. I cut up some more wood. I had some small logs out back. Oh, someone's laying an egg. And I cut up some more hardwood. If you haven't seen this Logosol wood holder, this thing is awesome. I love it. I've done a video on it already. If I can't put a link up top here, I'll put a link in the description so you can watch the video on that thing. That thing is awesome. It holds the logs for you so you can cut them yourself. So I cut up a little more hardwood. We'll go ahead and keep burning. I still got plenty of pine. I can cut the slabs with that thing too. Once again, that thing is just, it's really good for cutting wood by yourself, or even if you got someone else to feed it for you and you can just keep cutting. Works great. The evaporator is working really good with this fan. This thing it's so much better than last year. We get that fire just cranking, and it just keeps it going awesome. So it is using a lot of wood. I am having to use quite a bit of wood, but that's okay. We got that pile, we got that pile. I got another pile out back. All these pine slabs we can burn. So we're just keeping it going. Once again, look at the difference in the color between the two pans. This one is becoming syrup. This one's just heating up, and we'll put it and we keep scooping more and more over. And it just works great. Well, folks, this is how I'm spending my day. Just me and Sweetie here and making maple syrup. It's gonna be delicious. So I'll come back, I'll show you more as we keep going. I also am gonna go and check my buckets over there to see how they're doing with more sap, and if I have more, I'll show you how I do that. Fire's going pretty good, folks. You know what? I'm not going to waste it either, so might as well have us a little bit of lunch, huh? Oh, look at that. Oh, that came out pretty nicely, didn't it? We'll set that right there by our plate. We'll get our mustard out here. Oh, yeah. Little bit of lunch. Looks good. Yeah. That's the way to do it. No point wasting the fire. Yep, that works. The last of the sap was just poured in, so it's in the warming, what I'm calling the warming pan. And the back pan's still boiling away. I just put a bunch from here into there, and that's boiling away nicely. So this is what's left of the approximately 17 gallons that we had. And so I'd imagine in a couple more hours I'm going to be bringing that in the house to finish it off. Sap becomes syrup at approximately 219 degrees. So when this reaches like 215, 216, 217, around there, I'll bring it in the house and finish it off in there, because I have much more control on the kitchen stove than I do here. And the last thing you want to do is spend hours boiling and then burn it, and it's no good. So we'll go ahead and finish up out here. Everything's working well. The fire's going wonderfully. We got plenty of wood left. It's a gorgeous day, although the sky is starting to spit, so I may have to set up an easy up over here to take care of that, to keep me covered and keep the fire covered. I just don't want to add any water to that because it's more that we have to evaporate. So as you can see, we're boiling really well. Everything's going good. Hopefully another hour or two we'll be in the house finishing this off. All right, folks, here's what's going on now. We got a good boil going in the back pan. You can see how much darker that is in the front pan. Now the front pan is starting to boil, and there's only like an inch to an inch and a half of sap left. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to dump the front pan into the back pan, then I'm going to cover up the hole with the piece of metal that I cut out when I first made this evaporator. So I don't want the stuff in here to burn or scorch, and I don't want the pan to scorch. And this is starting to boil now, so I just want to dump it. Once again, I just want to dump that into there, and then cover that hole, and then we'll let everything finish up on the back pan. Here we go. All right, hopefully you can see and hear everything good. I'm going to put on my thicker gloves because everything is hot. Hot, hot, hot. The stove's hot. Not stove, but the evaporator's hot just standing here. So we're going to pick this up. Be careful because fire is going to come out of there. Ooh. We'll just pour it right into here. Like so. And there. So we're done with that pan. Now, so we don't have this big gaping hole, we're going to take this, which is what I cut off when I first made this, and just cover that hole with it like that. Put those bolts on there, just easier to grab that way instead of trying to grab the metal and hold it. So there. Now as we finish off, this is already boiling good. This just has to boil down some more. And then we'll bring it off into the house to finish it off. So, okay folks, we've kind of reached a crucial point in the boil. We're down to, there's not a whole lot left in the pan. We want to keep an eye on the temperature. Well, I put my thermometer on a stick because it's just too hot to keep my hand over there. So we're just watching the temperature of the sap. It's almost syrup now. And when it gets to about 215, 216, I'm going to take it off this fire. And right now we're at 212.4. It's climbing, 212.5, so just a couple more degrees, I'm going to be taking this off because we don't want it to burn. At 219, this becomes syrup. And we just up to 12.4. So it's climbing ever so slowly. And as it boils, it's going to get hotter and hotter. So we're going to go ahead and set my thermometer down. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in this pan over here. Now, this is just a normal kitchen pan. And what I've done, I've got a funnel with a filter because we want to filter out all the crap that's in there. Last year, Joey was home and she was able to hold it for me. So all I did was I just took a board, drilled a hole in it to put the funnel in. It's just a scrap board off the sawmill. And I got my filter in there, and I'll just pour it through the filter into the pan, and from there we'll bring it in the house and finish it off on the stove. So when I'm ready for that, I'll let you know. All right folks, we're going to call that close enough to sap to take off and finish up in the house. So we're going to take it off there and we're going to pour it right into that pan. So I'm going to set you up and you can watch me do that. All right, I got my thicker gloves on and we're going to go ahead and take that off. We're just going to pour it right into this pan here, and then we're going to bring it in the house and finish it off. Oh yeah. There's a lot of stuff in that filter that we filtered out. I'm going to show you that. So you can see there's a lot of stuff in that filter we filtered out of that. So we'll just take that, toss it right in the fire. Now, and there we go. We got, actually, looks like maybe close to half a gallon or at least 3 pints. So we're going to go and boil that off. All right, folks, so we've moved to the kitchen now, and there it is. My sap is boiling away. And that'll become syrup real soon. Oh, that's, we're having chicken pot pie for supper, so we'll show you that, see? So we're starting, we're making our chicken pot pie here too. So anyway, it's boiling away, and we'll just keep checking the temperature on it to see where it's at. I don't know if you can even see it. Of course, it cooled down bringing it in the house. And so right now we're at, it's like 211.6. So 211.6. At 219 it becomes syrup. So we're going to keep boiling away. All right, so according to our thermometer, we're at temperature. So This is now syrup. So we're going to go ahead and bring it over and pour it into the bottles. And there is our maple syrup. Good. So we're going to go ahead and pour into this jug. This is a little over a quart fits in here. So this is one of the filters like what I used outside. All right, I'm going to go get another filter because that one seems to be full of stuff. All right, we got a new filter on there. Let's go ahead and pour the rest through. There was quite a bit of crud on the old filter, so that was a good idea. And there we go. So yeah, we got about a quart out of that. Not too bad. I'm not sure if it was 17 gallons or a little less. It was somewhere between like 15 and 17, so. So let's just finish that filtering through. Almost done. And there we go, folks. There it is. There we go. We have about a quart. This is like a 34-ounce jar, so it's like a quart of maple syrup. Done right here on the homestead, right up here on the mountain. Our own maple syrup. So we start with that, and hopefully next weekend we get a little more, and we'll just keep going. So last year we got about half a gallon total for the year. And this is our first week, and we already got half of that. So I think we're going to have a much better season this year. So having said that, I hope you like our video. You can like this video. You can share it with your friends and your neighbors and anybody else that you want. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, and once again from the mountain, God bless. Have a good night.